What's going on? Let's read a little newspaper, shall we? It fell on the floor. There it is. Saturday, February 7th, 2025. Minneapolis okays $1 billion in rent aid. I gotta get that one over. Packaged a bid to help immigrants others during federal surge. Beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. That's the city giving $1 million. There's a lot of people in the Twin Cities, Minnesota, Minneapolis, that could also give. Resisting or obstructing. Line is blurry. Tens of thousands of protesters marching with signs. Cars of whistles shrieking to alert neighborhoods to the presence of federal agents. Parents escorting neighborhood children to school. People in the street corners holding up phones to record what they see. Has been peaceful. The majority of the pushback has been peaceful. Resisting, yeah, but obstructing. But if they're just obstructing a normal police situation, then that's a problem, right? But when you're obstructing people that shot and murdered two innocent, well, it's way more than that, but here in Minneapolis, two innocent people, one in the face and one in the back, I don't think that's obstructing. I think that's protecting. You know what I mean? These people are heroes. And if they say they're obstructing, it's because you suck at your job. 5-year-old's deportation on fast track. Lawyers for the federal government have filed a motion to expedite the deportation of Liam Conejo Ramos, the 5-year-old boy in a bunny hat, whose image rocketed around the world after he was detained by federal agents in Minnesota last month during an immigration. Danielle Molliver, the immigration lawyer representing Liam, and his father confirmed the filing of the government motion, which she called extraordinary and possibly retaliatory. The government, that little guy in the cute little hat, that cute little guy, they're trying to fast track his deportation. Republicans, what the fuck are you doing? And you can't blame Trump. Don't you dare blame Trump. Every single one of you motherfuckers is complicit. Oh, yeah. Trump spreads a video depicting Obamas as apes. A black GOP Senate ally calls it the most racist thing I've seen out of this White House. As apes, black people. First of all, that's so atrocious and awful. What a piece of shit human being you are, Mr. Trump. But it's also so fucking used. It's dead. It's just old trope, and that's all you could think of, isn't it? That's the best. They'll be apes. Fucking loser. Fucking fat loser. Pope, no sports as propaganda. As Olympics open, he warns against athletes for national supremacy. Oh, athletics for national supremacy. Okay. Well, there will be some, right? I mean, with what's going on, and with what we've learned from the Epstein files and what we have to deal with as a society, as a country, as multiple countries, as a world. I mean, this is a worldwide fucking pedo ring. I mean, you know what I mean? This is... But we have to deal with it here. We have to deal with it. And there's no way, we can let them get away with it. We have to. Please. Emails undermine RFK Jr.'s testimony about Samoa trip. He said his visit before a devastating measles outbreak had nothing to do with vaccines. Over 2 days of questioning during the Senate hearings last year, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. repeated the same answer. He said the closely scrutinized 2019 trip he took to Samoa, which came before a devastating measles outbreak, had nothing to do with vaccines. Documents obtained by the Guardian and Associated Press undermine that testimony. Emails sent by staffers at the U.S. Embassy in the United States, the United Nations, provide for the first time an inside look at how Kennedy's trip came about and include contemporaneous accounts suggesting his concerns about vaccine safety motivated the visit. Wait a minute. One of Trump's guys lied? What the heck? What are we going to do? That's terrible. In Nigeria, a call to prayer, then a massacre. Oh, God. Then a massacre. Islamic militants kill 162 in Muslim villages. Islamic militants kill 162 in Muslim villages. We need to stop referring to these people as Islamic militants, because that gives them some sort of, not credibility, but something on which they're basing what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, if it was a book or whatever, but this is why we're doing it. And we have to call them for what they are. And I'm not even sure what that is, but, you know, Islamic militants, you know, yeah, it's bullshit. I mean, if you know people who are Muslims, and you know, if you ask them, they would find this atrocious, right? They would find, oh my God, you can't do that, and so calling them Islamic is probably something we do here just to you know, fuck with Islam, and they may be claiming, you know, oh, doing this because of that, but when you look across the world and at the millions and I don't know how many there are. Are there a billion Muslims? I don't know. You know, 994, you know, would never do something like this, you know. Most Muslims go to church like a bunch of Christians do in America, like, oh crap, we gotta go to church. Everybody get in the car. I wanna go, get in the car. You know, fucking, let's not pretend. A key Benghazi suspect is in custody. They didn't do anything to take the interest away from these Epstein files. Benghazi, really? Oh, thank God. Tell me more. Now, that being said, this newspaper, my newspaper, the Minnesota Star Tribune, has been sickeningly silent on the Epstein files, as has most mainstream media, and that, you know, is assumedly because these things generally are owned by people who are very, very wealthy, many of whom are friends with and or went to Epstein's Island or their friends or somebody, you know what I mean? Like, but that's disgusting. This is the Minnesota Star Tribune. I used to look up to this paper. I used to deliver this paper, you know? I've read it my whole life, and those fucking cowards over there, those fucking cowards. I'm disgusted, but I'm still gonna pick it up and read it because it's my local paper, and everybody should read their local paper. I believe that. Iran appears to be at work on missile and nuclear sites. Oh, fuck you. They're fucking putting down and attacking their own protesters. You know, this is just the fucking kind of bullshit headline they went, oh, we should be mad at Iran, hate Iran, hate Iran. Who's that? Israel. Oh, Israel said that? Israel said to hate Iran. Yeah, that's why we hate Iran. Fucking A. Iran appears to be. See, both of these, it's just like red herrings, man. They're in my fucking newspaper. And they put look at the size of that font. A key Benghazi suspect is, fuck off. U.S. snubs Polish official over resistance to Nobel for Trump. He's such a weenus. He's such a penis, isn't he? Just an ugly, fat, bulging penis of a man. Unbelievable. Immigrants detained at courthouse. Oh yeah, they weren't supposed to bother them there, right? At a courthouse, because they're doing their, you know, following the law. Nope. Federal officers detained 2 people inside the Hennepin County Government Center after their court hearings on charges of, criminal sexual contact, drawing the ire. It's a man and a woman. I mean, you know, if it involves children, get them. If it doesn't, I don't know. I don't even know how to respond to that right now. The way I'm feeling about Republicans, and not just Republicans, Democrats, just wealthy people, powerful people, raping and apparently killing and apparently eating children. And that's in these documents. You know what I mean? Like, if your whole world didn't change to some degree after learning about what's in those, I don't know, you're hopeless, man. Like, you'll never change. You'll just keep taking it up the ass. You know what I mean? Like, we're talking about hugely powerful people torturing little girls so their blood would increase in something. Now, this does sound, and this I have to say, I've only gotten this online, but I've gotten it online from some very reputable sources. You know, I tend to not go too deep into the weird shit. But yeah. What do you think? What are we gonna do? What are we going to do? Oh, look, there's all sorts of people being arrested and what have you. It's a poster you can hang on your wall. Oh, look at these people being arrested. Oh man, that's a nice poster. Effort to deport boy and father gather speed. There he is. Boy, oh boy, they better get him out of here. This kid, that kid right there, he's running cocaine. You know, that's the other thing too. Yeah, running cocaine. I mean, they're all doing cocaine, for God's sakes. Probably off a child's butt. You know, those fucking sick fucks. Every one of them needs to go to jail. Every single one of them. And we got to do it somehow. And I don't know how that's going to happen, but we have to absolutely bring these people down. There is one way we can do it, but no one will get behind it, is turn your phones off, stop using them, and stop purchasing anything from any large corporation. You know what I mean? Buy locally, right? Put your phone away. Stop looking online. Like, see? That's what I'm talking about. It's like, it's so embedded in our lives, but the only way we can really do that would be to turn our phones off, every one of us, and only spend money locally. That's that. I shouldn't say it's the only way, but that's one way we could bring them down. But it won't happen. You know? It just won't happen. I mean, I've talked to people that are just appalled by this, and I'm like, you got to get rid of Amazon. And they're like, I know, but it's convenient. I shut down Amazon a few years ago. You could see it coming, you know. But I'm still on YouTube, and I'm on Instagram. But we really do. We have to shut it down. Got to shut it down. This is you. Hey, Republicans. Oh, does that scare you, Republicans? Oh, did your wiener go sucking right up into your groin because you're so afraid? Fag bags. Feds charge Minneapolis man with threats after early morning raid. What? He stalked and threatened federal agents on his social media accounts? Wait a minute, how do you stalk someone on your social media accounts? Was charged in Eastern Michigan. Alleges Facebook and Instagram posts showed a progression of escalating threats toward law enforcement amid the federal... Oh, I guess he did get a little alert. But he said in another video, alleged Wagner called for the identification of every single ICE agent for prosecution. I agree. I totally agree. Are they going to arrest me? But it gets a little weirder. Every single ICE agent for prosecution, and if that has to be done at the barrel of a gun, then let us have a little fucking fun. That's what he wrote. So, I mean, he got a rhyme in there. You got to give him that. But yeah, you know, if you start talking about shooting, you know, then you're as bad as the wealthy. And you don't want to be as bad as the wealthy in this country. Oh, the Olympics started yesterday. I didn't see the opening ceremonies. I tend to like to watch those. It's always kind of fun to see these people come out. Especially the winter, you know. Especially the winter. I don't know what that means. But I like them both. Yeah. Yeah, we got some local folks in it. Farmington mayor quits after viral clashes. City council meeting grew heated as Hoyt, that must be the mayor, faced off with residents. Yep. Farmington Mayor Joshua Hoyt has resigned effective immediately after trading barbs with residents. Trading barbs. Let's see what. They actually use that term. Trading barbs. Good job, Star Tribune. What? They're trading barbs. Trading barbs with residents during a city council meeting earlier this week. Comes after clips of expletive-ridden interactions he had with residents during the city council meeting were posted online and widely shared. The exchanges grew heated after residents criticized the council for enforcing a rule limiting public comment to 5 minutes per person. How much time are we going to give them? It seems like 5 minutes is enough time for each person. I mean, I don't want to take the side of this guy or the government. But how much do they want? Well, let's see. Maybe it'll say. Have often exceeded the time. Farmington is embedded in fight of data center, public comments, residents opposing the project, and other topics have often exceeded the time limit. Hoyt said the rule has been in place for decades, but not always enforced. I'm sorry, but and this may be true. Residents did not like it. One said the timer discriminated against those who speak slowly. Slow talker. I know it could be something more serious than that. And I don't mean to laugh, but you know what I mean? It's always about something like that. That's discriminatory. State Patrol honors dispatchers who took calls after shooting. Trooper Scott Schneider left, was feted. I know that guy. Did some projects with the State Patrol, and yeah. So I kind of know people. I know celebrities. I know people that are high up. Gang stuff and illicit trysts. How Epstein leveraged the rich. Okay, so here is my paper. It's got an article about it. You know what? Oh, they name a couple names. Not enough. Sheriff's captain's theft case on hold. So, it's a big story here. This sheriff captain, he went fishing or something, and he took a generator with him. But it's the generator that's owned by the sheriff, the sheriff's department. And then he left it there, I guess. He forgot about it or something. Now it's a big story. The cost of a new generator was $1,209. Its gasoline can was also missing and replaced for $26.97, with 2 gallons of gas included. You know, how does this get this much space in the newspaper? You know, I mean, it's not good, and the guy's an idiot at some level, and but this is, I've seen another article about this guy, so this is like the second one. Some letters, a lot of stuff because it's Minnesota and what have you. The ice drawdown not good enough. Yeah, he said 700 folks. They said they're going to take 700 of these guys out of Minnesota. I don't know how many here, but it's not enough. Caught in the middle, hospitality is not the enemy. It's appalling that the city council would punish hotels for hosting federal agents, as if the hotels could just turn away any person they dislike. She makes a good point. Can you imagine if they're like, we'd like to come into your hotel, and you're like, no, you can't. I mean, you know, I'm not saying it's good they have them in there, and hopefully they, you know, I don't know, just make their state not perfect. Maybe give them dirty towels or something. Yeah, so that's a good point. Yeah, you know, it's always a bummer when you get an op-ed written by somebody from the industry thing. So this woman is president and CEO of Hospitality Minnesota. So it's, you know, it's a, what's it called? Trade group. But in that sense, she's absolutely right. You know, you can't. You can be the one taking the call at the front desk. Nope, you can't come. So, just a few more bits for us to consider on here today. The, what was it, 7th? Suicide bomb at Shiite mosque kills at least 31. Oh, gosh. So, it's another attack on Muslims. This one's in Pakistan. These things are so fucking, people are so mean. Military intelligence chief is shot and wounded in Russia. Was shot and wounded in Moscow on Friday in an attack that follows a series of assassinations of senior military officers that Russia has blamed on Ukraine. Luigi Mangione spoke up. I don't think I've ever heard him speak. You know, he's the guy that shot the United Healthcare CEO. Handsome guy. We also have to point out that he's handsome because that's part of the story. He's handsome. Luigi Mangione spoke out in court on Friday against the prospect of back-to-back trials over the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, telling a judge it's the same trial twice. 1 + 1 is 2. Double jeopardy by any common sense definition. Mangione, 27, made the remarks. Sweet, speaking up. Not that he should have killed him, but he is handsome. Musk's Vegas tunnels face scrutiny. Nevada lawmakers grill company. He's got the boring thing, right? The boring company that bores holes. That was the best he could come up with. Elon Musk's Vegas Loop, a network of underground tunnels to ferry passengers in Teslas. What? Was under fresh scrutiny this week from Nevada lawmakers who raised concern about alleged workplace safety and environmental violations. He's building tunnels under Vegas for Teslas. Huh. Wow. You know, what do you do? We have to just bring the rich down. We have to break up their companies, even, I have to say. Meta shouldn't have Facebook and Instagram. No way. No way. Google shouldn't have Google and YouTube, you know? It's too much power in too few hands. And look what they've done with it. Rape children. Wow. Fucking wow. And it just came out. It happened. You know, I gotta tell you, too, I feel a little relieved. I feel like, wow, it's out there. You know, we can deal with it now. But when you pick up the newspaper and you don't see anything, you know, all of the stuff, there's some videos up there that are just unbelievably awful. And that's the kind of stuff they wouldn't talk about. And that's the kind of stuff they need to talk about, you know. Nuremberg trials, you know what I'm saying? Thanks for listening.